Hey guys, and welcome to C Sharp tutorial for beginners of MDAS calculator. So let me show you guys how this works. We can reset and we can also enter some data in there. And right here, add, subtract, multiply, division, and reset. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you guys straight into C Sharp development environment. And we put one of these together. So let's do that now. Select new project and click on create new. And right there, make sure you select your framework, which is Windows Forms application.net. Click on next. Let's give that project a name. I'm going to call it MDAS calculate. And make sure you save your work on your USB or wherever is convenient for you. So click on create. Now that your development environment is ready, I'm going to right click here because I need to set the properties. And here where it says size, I'm going to change that to 1600 comma by 1100. Press enter. Now let's go to the toolbox. The toolbox is now here, so go to view and select toolbox. That's your toolbox. I'm going to add a panel here. We need 3 of those. So you can just do the same thing. I have 2. Copy. We have 2 now. And just drag this down. Right down. There we go. And I'm going to change the color of both panel to cadet blue. You can change just to whatever color you want. I will now copy one of them or just go back in there, grab hold of the, just like it. Change the color of this one to powder. Ideal powder. Like that. Okay, now we need text box and labels. So let's add one text box here, and we need labels. We have a label here for the heading. Hold on to the control, click and drag. We have 2, 3, 4, 5. And this, click on the rectangle, right? The icon over there and just increase it. Select multi-line. Right click and hold and bring it down. Now I need buttons. Now one button, right click and hold. There we go. Now select that label and go to the properties. Let's change the font size to something much more readable. I'm going to make it about 48. Change the data on it to MDAS. Calculator. Now select all of the components you have on board and change the font size. I'm going to make them about 30. Let's enter 30 in there. That's nice. Okay, let's change each component as follows. And that's going to be addition. And repeat the same for the others. Yeah, guys, that's all taken care of. Now for this label here, let's pin it down. I'm going to select auto size, change that to false. The color, I'm going to change that to white. Then the border, I'm going to make that border fixed 3D. So what will happen is it's actually now looking like a text box. It's actually a label. So come right down here, get rid of the text content we have there. Take note of the name. It's called label 5. Now, this very label in here, we just enter as follows. Enter first number. Enter first number. Next one, we enter second number. There. Just second number. And finally, we're going to change this to display result. Yeah, done. Now that that is taken care of, all we need to do is to start work with the program itself. But let's run it and just see how it's going to look like. There, that's how it's looking now. Let's do one thing. Double click on the form. You see right here where it says public form 1 initialize components. Just enter this dot size. Okay, and I'm going to make the size 1600, comma. So that would be 1600 by 1100. That's good. So let's run it and see one more time. There we go. So we need to extend this. So I'm just going to take care of that. Okay, I've finished with the interface. Let's double click on the addition. And in here, I'm going to first of all start by declaring a variable. I will make the variable a global variable. Okay, right up here. There. Then it's going to be an integer. Then I say F, that will be for first number. S will be for second number. A will be for answer. So let's go back in here. Inside button 1. Okay. Double click on that. You can see the cursor flashing inside button 1. And right there, I'm going to say F equals convert dot to int 32. And what am I converting? I'm actually converting whatever we have inside text box 1 dot text. There. All right. So I'm going to repeat the same thing for the second number. Change this F to second to S. And change the name of this to 2. Repeat the same thing. So now grab the last variable A, then say A equals F plus S. End it with semicolon. That's it. So we now want to add our total right here, label 5. So go back in there. Let's say label 5 dot text equals convert dot to string, whatever we have inside this variable A. We're converting it to string because this component only accepts string character, and this only accepts string character. That is why it's converted back to an integer. Okay, and that's it done. So when we run it, enter whatever value in there. there. So to take care of the subtract, multiplication, and so on, all you just need to do, I'm going to copy this. Just for your information, this is a beginner's tutorial. Okay, double click on the subtract, paste, and change this to subtraction. That is that done. Now run it. Okay, add some value here. There. Subtract. There we go. Now let's take care of multiplication. Click on multiplication and change the operator to arithmetic operator to the multiplication sign. And division. It is the same thing for the division. There we go. And that's all there is to it. So now coming to the reset button here, double click on reset and just say text box 1 dot text equals flip. Text box 2 dot text equals string dot empty. That's another way to clear. And the next one is going to be the label. That's going to say label 5 dot text equals that. That's it. So I'm going to show you guys the lines of code again. Look at it. That's for division, multiplication, subtraction. We have the reset and addition here. So let's run it and see. Enter some value there. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and reset. And that is how you create your own beginners MDAS calculator. So with that, I'm going to call it the end of this brief tutorial, and I'll see you guys shortly.